What if I told you that the person who once meant everything to you will one day become a stranger? And not just any stranger, but one who watches from a distance, regretting the day she left, not because she suddenly loves you again, but because she never thought you'd move on first. Let that sink in. When she walked away, she didn't just leave. You felt it. It shattered you in ways you never expected. You replayed the moments, the conversations, the things you could have done differently. At first, the pain was unbearable. You thought it was your fault. You wondered if she ever really cared. And worst of all, you believed she was out there living her best life while you were left trying to make sense of everything. But here's the cold truth. Most men never realize she expected this reaction from you. She assumed you'd fall apart because that's the pattern. It's what she's seen before. She knew you would miss her, and that gave her power. Whether she admits it or not, she counted on the fact that you'd wait, that you'd watch her move on, that you'd still be available just in case she ever decided to come back. And this is exactly why you're about to do the opposite. See, heartbreak has a way of making people delusional. It tricks you into thinking the only way to heal is through closure, through explanations, or through getting her back. But the moment you realize that true power lies in non-reaction, everything changes. Because when you stop reacting, you take back control. She thinks she's winning, but the truth is, the game hasn't even started. The moment you disappear, when you rebuild in silence, when you focus on yourself instead of watching her, that's when she starts to feel the loss. And here's where psychology kicks in. Women don't regret breaking hearts. They regret losing a man who had the strength to move forward without them. Now, listen carefully. You're not here to play games. You're not here to fake detachment in hopes that she comes crawling back. Nope. You're here to evolve, to step into the version of yourself that doesn't need anyone to validate him. And that's when she'll fear you the most. Because a man who doesn't need her is a man she can't control. And that, my friend, is your first lesson in Stoicism. Power comes from within, not from chasing, not from begging, not from proving your worth, but from accepting what is, detaching from what no longer serves you, and walking away without looking back. If you're ready to stop living in the past, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I own my silence. Now let's begin. Number 1. The fall. When she walks away, let her. She left, and in that moment, it felt like your entire world collapsed. You stood there, watching her slip away, waiting for her to turn around, waiting for her to change her mind. But she didn't. That's when the real pain kicked in. The silence, the emptiness, the late-night thoughts that wouldn't let you sleep. You wanted answers. You wanted closure. You wanted to know why. And yet, here's the truth most men refuse to accept. You don't need closure. You don't need an explanation. And you damn sure don't need her to come back. What you need is to let her go completely. I get it. Every part of you wants to hold on. Maybe she was the best thing that ever happened to you. Maybe you believed she was the one. But here's where most men go wrong. They think love is something you fight for, that if you just say the right words, do the right things, prove your worth, she'll come running back. Nope. That's a fantasy. In the real world, attachment is weakness. The moment she made the decision to leave, your job was simple. Accept it. No begging, no chasing, no convincing. Just let her walk. Because the more you resist, the more power you give her. And the more power she has, the less she respects you. This is where Stoicism separates men from boys. A boy sees rejection as a reflection of his worth. He takes it personally, he internalizes it, and he lets it consume him. A man, a stoic man, understands that life is about control, and the only thing you ever have control over is yourself. You couldn't stop her from leaving. That was never your choice to make. But you do have a choice now to let go, to detach, to turn inward, and focus on the only thing that matters, yourself. And here's the irony. The moment you stop caring, the moment you truly release her from your mind, something shifts. She feels it. She expected you to be broken. She expected you to chase, but instead you vanished. No reaction, no desperate messages, just silence. And suddenly, the very thing she wanted, her freedom, feels wrong. If you're done chasing ghosts, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I release what I cannot control. Number 2. The shift. Pain is the best teacher. Pain, the raw, gut-wrenching feeling that keeps you up at night, the kind that makes food taste like nothing and turns every song into a reminder of what you lost. You feel it deep in your chest, like a weight pressing down, making it hard to breathe. For a while, you convince yourself that this pain is proof that she meant something, proof that you need her back. Nope, that pain, that's not proof of love, it's proof of attachment. And attachment, my friend, is the very thing keeping you weak. You see, we're conditioned to avoid pain. We distract ourselves, numb ourselves, do anything to escape it. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. You lean into it, you face it head on. Because pain isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Think about it. The most powerful transformations in history didn't come from comfort. They came from struggle, from loss, from suffering. This is your moment. Right here, right now. This is where you decide. Will you let this pain destroy you, or will you let it forge you into something greater? She walked away expecting you to crumble, and in a way you did. But that's part of the process. What she doesn't realize is that this version of you, the broken, hurting, desperate version, is temporary. It's not your end. It's your beginning. But here's where most men get it wrong. They think healing means rushing to feel better, jumping into distractions, chasing new women, drowning themselves in empty pleasures. Nope. That's not healing, that's hiding. And hiding keeps you weak. Instead, let the pain sharpen you. Sit with it and analyze it. Understand what it's teaching you. Because pain has a way of revealing exactly what needs to change. Maybe it's your mindset. Maybe it's your emotional discipline. Maybe it's your entire identity. And here's where dark psychology comes in. She expects you to break. She expects you to react, to lash out, to seek revenge. But what happens when you do the opposite? What happens when you take all that pain and turn it into power? You become dangerous. Not in a reckless way, but in a controlled, unshakable way. Because now, you're not driven by emotion, you're driven by purpose. And the moment you shift from reacting to rebuilding, she loses all control over you. That's the moment you stop needing her. That's the moment you realize you were never losing her. She was losing you. If you're done letting pain control you, if you're ready to turn it into power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. Pain fuels my growth. Let me know if you need any further adjustments or revisions. Number 3. Silence. The loudest message you can send is silence. You want to know the most powerful thing you can do right now? Nothing. No texts, no calls, no "I miss you" messages at 2 a.m. No cryptic social media posts about how you're doing just fine. Because, let's be real, if you were, you wouldn't need to post it. Nope, you disappear. You go silent. Completely. Why? Because silence is the loudest message you can send. Most men crumble after a breakup. They can't resist reaching out, trying to stay friends, keeping some kind of connection alive. And in doing so, they make themselves predictable, weak, and easy to read. But a man who suddenly vanishes, a man who walks away without a word, he becomes a mystery. And mystery breeds power. Here's the truth. She expects you to react. She's waiting for it, the desperate messages, the emotional outbursts, the attempts to remind her of what you had. But when you do all that, it only reassures her that she made the right choice, because she still has control over you. But silence makes her question everything. At first, she'll think you're just hurt. She'll assume you're playing some game and that you'll eventually crack. But then weeks go by, months, and there's no contact, no breadcrumbs, no signs that you're still orbiting her world. That's when doubt starts creeping in. Wait, why hasn't he reached out? Is he really over me? Did I even mean as much to him as I thought? And just like that, the power shifts. She went from being certain about leaving you to wondering if she even mattered at all. But listen closely. This isn't just about making her regret losing you. It's about detaching so completely that her thoughts no longer matter. The real purpose of silence isn't to manipulate her. It's to free yourself. This is where Stoicism comes in. A Stoic man doesn't waste energy on things he cannot control. He doesn't sit around wondering what if. He doesn't beg for explanations or closure. He understands that silence is his greatest ally, because in silence he finds clarity. And if she ever does come back, if one day she sends that "Hey, I miss you" text, it won't be because you begged. It won't be because you chased. It'll be because your absence spoke louder than any words ever could. If you're done wasting energy on people who left, if you're ready to reclaim your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My silence speaks for me. Number 4. The rebuild. Making yourself a mystery. You want to know when she starts to regret leaving? It's not when you post thirst traps. It's not when you try to make her jealous. Nope. She starts regretting when she realizes she can't figure you out anymore. Think about it. When you were with her, she knew you. She could predict your every move, your thoughts, your emotions. But now you're a ghost. Now you're unpredictable. And that is what drives people crazy. See, most men stay stuck in the past. They keep checking her social media. They keep posting sad quotes. They keep watching instead of moving forward. But a man who truly lets go, a man who stops caring, becomes a complete mystery. And mystery is irresistible. Here's how you do it. Step 1. You vanish. No explanations. No farewell messages. No, "I need to focus on myself" speech. Just disappear. She doesn't need to know what you're up to. The less she knows, the more she wonders. Step 2. You rebuild quietly. This is not about revenge. This is not about proving anything to her. Nope. This is about becoming untouchable. Hit the gym, stack your money, level up mentally, emotionally, and physically. But don't announce it, because the loudest moves, the most powerful transformations, happen in silence. Step 3. You don't let her back in. At least, not easily. One day she might reach out. She might test the waters, try to check if you're still the same guy who was willing to drop everything for her. But she needs to feel a shift. She needs to realize that the man she left no longer exists. And here's the psychology behind it. Humans crave what they can't fully understand. When you stop being predictable, when you stop feeding her ego with attention, when she realizes she no longer has access to your emotions, that's when curiosity turns into regret. She thought she could replace you, but now she's wondering if she ever really had you at all. This is why rebuilding is so powerful, because the moment you become a mystery, the moment she starts asking, "Who is he now?" instead of "Where did he go?" the power shifts permanently. If you're done explaining yourself, if you're ready to become a mystery, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. They don't deserve access to me. Number 5. The glow-up, when the ghost becomes the prize. There's a moment, a defining moment, when everything changes. When the pain is no longer pain but fuel, when the silence isn't emptiness but power, when you stop looking back and start becoming something she never expected. This is the glow up. But listen carefully, this isn't just about looking better. This isn't just about money or status. Nope. This is about becoming untouchable. See, when she left, she expected you to stay the same. She thought you'd be frozen in time, still reminiscing, still hoping, still waiting. But the moment she looks back and sees a man who has evolved beyond her reach, that's when the regret sets in. Here's how you do it. Step 1. Transform your body. This isn't just about attraction, it's about discipline. Hit the gym, sharpen your physique, become the strongest version of yourself. Every rep, every mile, every drop of sweat isn't just building muscle, it's burning away the weakness she left behind. Step 2. Master your mind. You don't just want to look different, you want to think different. No more victim mentality, no more what-ifs. A man who controls his thoughts, who controls his emotions, who doesn't let the past define him, that man is unstoppable. Step 3. Stack your value, build your wealth, build your skills, build a life so full that even you forget she was ever a part of it. The best revenge? A life where she wouldn't even be a main character anymore. Step 4. Keep it quiet. No flashy posts, no desperate attempts to get her attention. Nope. Let her hear about it through others. Let her wonder. Let her feel your absence every time someone mentions how much you've leveled up. Here's where the psychology comes in. Women are attracted to growth. The moment she sees you thriving without her, the moment she realizes you were never dependent on her love to become great, that's when she feels it. The loss, the regret, the sinking feeling that she miscalculated. Because now you're the prize. The same man she thought she could replace is now the man she wishes she never lost. And that's the truth. She doesn't miss you. She misses the access to you. But by the time she realizes it, by the time she looks back, you're already gone. If you're done waiting for someone to see your worth, if you're ready to become the prize, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, I am the prize. Number 6. Her doubt when she feels your absence. There's a moment every woman dreads after a breakup. It doesn't happen right away. Nope. At first she's fine, confident, certain she made the right choice. She's out living her life, distracted. But then something shifts. One night, when she's alone, when the noise fades, when the distractions aren't enough, she notices it. Your absence. See, when she left, she thought she had time. She assumed you'd linger in the background, that you'd still be watching, still be hoping, still be waiting. But instead, you disappeared. No calls, no texts, no signs of longing. And that is when doubt starts creeping in. Wait, why hasn't he reached out? Is he really over me? Did I mean as much to him as I thought? Because here's the thing. Women don't regret losing a man. They regret losing a man who moved on before they did. Most men make the mistake of thinking they need to prove something. That if they just show how much they've changed, if they just remind her of what they had, she'll wake up and come running back. Nope. That's not how this works. The real power move? Vanishing. And this is where dark psychology comes into play. The moment she can no longer predict you, the moment she realizes she no longer has a read on your emotions, her mind starts working against her. The certainty she once had is gone. Because now she's questioning everything. She thought you'd be hurting, but what if? What if you never cared as much as she assumed? What if you were already detaching while she was still holding on? What if she made a mistake? This is the moment where the power shifts. Because the second a woman starts to doubt her decision, The second she starts to wonder if she underestimated your value, that's when regret sets in. But listen carefully, this isn't your cue to take her back. Nope, this isn't about winning her over. This is about realizing that you never needed her in the first place. Because if she only values you after she feels your absence, that means she never truly valued you at all. And that's the lesson here. The woman who walked away should never be the reason you level up. You level up because it's who you were meant to be. Her regret. That's just a side effect. If you're done waiting for someone to appreciate you after the fact, if you're ready to step into your true power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. My absence is my power. Number 7. The power shift. When she feels replaced. At first, she didn't care. She left and thought she had all the time in the world. Maybe she even assumed you'd come crawling back, waiting, hoping for another chance. But then something happens, something she never expected. You move on, not just physically, not just posting pictures with someone new. Nope. You emotionally detach. You shift your energy, your focus, your attention, and suddenly she's no longer the center of your world. And let me tell you something, nothing haunts a woman more than realizing she's been replaced. See, when she left, she assumed she had a safety net. She thought you'd still be there, watching, waiting, suffering in silence. But now you're investing your time elsewhere. Now she's no longer your priority, and that's when she starts to panic. Here's the psychology behind it. Women don't just want to be wanted, they want to be irreplaceable. The moment she sees you with someone else, the moment she realizes another woman is getting what she took for granted, that's when reality hits her like a truck. Wait, does he not miss me? Is he happier without me? Did I mean as much to him as I thought? And here's where dark psychology comes into play. You didn't have to do anything. No games, no fake posts, no desperate attempts to make her jealous. Nope. All you did was live your life. And that, my friend, is power. Because let's be real, if she truly valued you, she would have never left. If she truly saw your worth, she wouldn't have needed to lose you to recognize it. And now she has to watch as someone else enjoys what she walked away from. That's the irony. She thought she had control, but now she's stuck watching from the outside, knowing she can't just walk back into your life whenever she wants. Because now you're in control. But listen closely, this isn't about making her jealous. This isn't about proving anything to her. This is about choosing yourself, about stepping into your power so completely that her opinion no longer matters. Because the truth is, the moment you replace her in your mind, you replace her in your life. And by the time she realizes what she lost, it's already too late. If you're done holding space for people who took you for granted, if you're ready to step into your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. She lost me forever. Number 8. When she comes back, do you even want her anymore? And then, one day, it happens. The text, the, "Hey, I've been thinking about you," the sudden social media like. The late-night call she hesitated to make but couldn't stop herself from dialing. She comes back. Why? Because she felt it. The shift, the loss, the reality that you didn't just survive without her, you thrived. At first, she ignored it. She told herself you'd be back, that you were just going through a phase. But then weeks passed, months even, and you didn't fold, you didn't break, you didn't even flinch. That's when curiosity turned into doubt. Doubt turned into regret. And regret, that's when she realized she lost something real, so now she reaches out. Maybe it's casual, maybe she pretends like nothing happened, or maybe she finally admits it, she misses you, But here's the real question. Do you even want her anymore? Because let's be honest, this was never about her. It was never about revenge or making her regret her decision. Nope. This was about you finding yourself again. And now you've built something better. You've evolved. You've become stronger, smarter, more disciplined. You're no longer the man who once begged for her attention. So when she comes back, the real power move, indifference. You don't need to block her. You don't need to lash out. You don't need to prove anything. Because when you've truly moved on, when you've truly detached, her presence or absence doesn't affect you anymore. And that's what Stoicism is all about. Emotional control. Power through detachment. Being so secure in yourself that nothing, not her, not the past, not even the idea of what could have been, can shake you. And here's where dark psychology kicks in. Your indifference will haunt her more than any words ever could. Because the moment she realizes you don't need her, the moment she understands she's just another name in your past, that's the moment she truly loses you. So the choice is yours. Entertain her return? Maybe. Walk away completely. That's even better. But one thing is certain, you're no longer waiting for her. Because the real flex. Moving on so completely that even if she wanted you back, you wouldn't care. If you're done letting the past control you, if you're ready to be truly free, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below. I don't need her, I choose me. Number 9. Final words. A Stoic's ultimate freedom. And now, here you are, the version of you she never expected. The version of you that doesn't need her anymore. Think about how far you've come. The pain is gone. The obsession faded. The need for closure? You gave it to yourself. Because the truth is, she was never your destination. She was just a chapter, a lesson, a test to see if you'd crumble or if you'd rise. And now you've risen. You see, this was never about her. Not really. It was about who you became because of the experience. About the man who stopped chasing, stopped begging, stopped waiting, and instead started building. That's what Stoicism teaches. Freedom isn't found in control over others. It's found in mastering yourself, in understanding that the past has no power over you unless you allow it to, in recognizing that no one, not her, not anyone, determines your worth but you. And that's real power, because now you're untouchable. Think about it. Does she still cross your mind? Maybe. But does it shake you? If she texted you right now, would you even care? Probably not. Not. And if you do, it's not because you need her. It's because you now have the power to choose. And that's the biggest shift of all. Before, she had control. She made the decisions. But now you call the shots. You dictate your own life. Ironically, the moment you stopped needing her was the moment she finally started to miss you. But here's the thing, you're already gone. You're not the same man she left behind. That man, he died the moment you stopped chasing, and in his place, a man with purpose, power, and freedom. This is your final lesson. The real flex is peace of mind, not proving her wrong, not making her jealous, not showing her what she lost. Nope. The real flex is not caring at all. And now you're free. If you're done letting the past define you, if you're ready to embrace your power, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and comment below, I am free. And that's it. This was never about revenge, never about proving anything to her. It was about you, your growth, your power, your freedom. Because in the end, the strongest men aren't the ones who beg for love. They're not the ones who chase. Nope. So, if you took anything from this, let it be this. Detach, rebuild, elevate. Not for her, not for anyone else, but for yourself. Because the moment you stop seeking validation, that's the moment you become unstoppable and trust me, she'll feel it. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and keep moving forward. You've already won.